everybody, and welcome back to another K Crochets tutorial. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make the Trailhead Hooded Scarf. This project was a collaboration with the awesome We Are Knitters, so I'm very excited to share this with you. Let's go ahead and see what we need to get started. You're going to need a 6mm crochet hook, some bulky weight yarn. I personally use petite wool in the color olive by We Are Knitters. I will include the affiliate link as well as the yardage down below. You're also going to need a pair of scissors, a tape measure, a threading needle, and stitch markers. So let's go ahead and start making. To begin, you're going to grab your hook and your yarn and start off by making a slip knot. If you do not know how to make a slip knot, no problem. Go ahead and click the video tutorial up at the top right, learn how to do that and come right back. Now, before you make that slip knot, you're going to need to leave approximately a 40-inch tail for seaming later. And then you're going to need to chain 37 for the child size or 61 for the adult size. So go ahead and make that chain and I'll meet you back for row 1. So we are creating the hood of this scarf first, and in row 1 you're going to single crochet in the back loop of the second chain from the hook. So there's the first loop or first chain, there's the second chain, and again go ahead and single crochet in the back loop. You're then going to double crochet in the back loop of the next chain, and then that is literally the repeat the whole way across. Is you're going to single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet. So go ahead and repeat that all the way across. You're going to end with a double crochet and then you're going to turn, and we'll meet back for row 2. I made it to the end of row 1 and I have ended with a double crochet. We are now ready to turn our work and chain 1. This chain 1 will never count as a stitch throughout this pattern. And for row 2, this is the repeat row for the entire hood. And it's very easy. So again, the chain 1 does not count as a stitch. So we're going to single crochet in the first stitch, double crochet in the second stitch. And guys, that's the repeat for this row. And for pretty much the entire pattern. You're going to single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet. And again, repeat that across, ending with a double crochet. You should have a total of 36 stitches for the child size or 60 stitches for the adult. And you're gonna repeat row 2 until your piece measures 17 inches for the child or 19 inches for the adult. So again, repeat row 2 until you reach that measurement, and then we will meet back at that point. Alrighty, so you have finished making the hood section. We are now ready to make the scarf section of this accessory, which goes about a third of the way up the hood. So you're going to be doing the exact same stitch pattern. You're going to chain 1, single crochet, double crochet, but this time you're only going to go to 16 stitches for the child size or 22 stitches for the adult size. So again, repeat single crochet, double crochet across until you reach that stitch count, and I will meet you back at the end of this row. 15 and 16. Okay, once you reach the end of that row, you will now repeat row 2 until your project, including the hood, measures 47 inches for the child size or 53 inches for the adult sized. And again, row 2 is chain 1 with a repeat of a single crochet and a double crochet. So go ahead and pause this video and come back once you reach that measurement. Okay, so I have reached my measurement for the child size, which is 47 inches. We're just going to double check that real quick. So go ahead and grab your tape measure. Make sure, just before we start seaming, that you did actually, in fact, create the length that you need for the size that you're making. So this is the hood, and then there's our scarf. This is what your project should look like at this point. And I know my tape measure's upside down, just ignore that. So we're 21, 31, let's see, 43, 47, right on the dot, guys. So once you have double checked your measurement, you are going to finish off leaving approximately a 15-inch tail for child size or a 21-inch tail for the adult. And you are going to simply fold over the scarf over to the hood. So the last row of the scarf that you just finished off, you're going to lay it across the front, and we're going to be seaming the last row of the scarf and the first row of the hood together. So grab those stitch markers, attach it so we seam evenly, and let's start piecing this thing together. Okay, I have my stitch markers on and I've attached my threading needle to my end. I'm going to go under the top 2 loops of the scarf in the first stitch, and then the top 2 loops of the stitch on the hood, like so. And that is how we are going to go under each stitch, and that's how we're going to seam this together, is going under the top 2 loops of each stitch, like so. I believe that's called whip stitching. So we're going to whip stitch our way all the way across, and I'll meet you back and show you how to seam the top of the hood together. Okay, so I finished seaming my scarf to my hood. There's my tiny little tail that decided to just rip apart, which is frustrating. But now this is the right side of your work right there. And whatever side you seamed on is the wrong side. Because as you can probably notice, this stitch looks great on either side. And you're going to go ahead and flip your hood over in half, just like so. So there's my seam for my scarf and my hood, and I have flipped my hood over like so. We're then going to place stitch markers at the top portion of the hood right here. That way we seam evenly. All right, my stitch markers are placed, and now I am attaching just the threading needle to that extra long tail that we made at the beginning. And I personally am just going under 2 loops of each row. So it's not, again, not as clean as if going under stitches because we're going into rows, but at least 2 loops of each, like so. And I'm going to whip stitch across, doing that across. So again, going under at least 2 loops. And I'm going to try and do this as evenly as possible because every row starts with a single crochet and ends with a double crochet. So it's a little bit tricky, but as long as you try and just do it as evenly as possible where it lines up, it'll turn out great. So again, continue to do that across. Once you're done, weave in all those little ends. I say all, there's 2. Weave in 2 ends, and then you're ready to wear it or to gift it. So I hope you guys enjoyed making this. If you did, please like this video and don't forget to subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you guys need another tutorial. Happy making!